Sakshi Batra, and this is Markets Today, where we discuss everything about the stock market's action, how the day panned out in trade, where were the gains and losses seen, and how are the markets really going to trade after the big bang announcement of the RBI policy has come out today. Joining in to help us understand what the RBI policy decisions really mean for the markets and what should be investor strategy now is a very special guest. Mr. Kranti Batini joins in from WealthMills Securities. He joins right in from Dubai. Thank you so much, sir, for taking the time out and joining us from Dubai right there in your busy schedule. Help us first understand what did you make of the RBI's policy announcements today and in turn the market reaction also?
First of all, Sakshi, market feels like they are relieved because the much anticipated, much discussed rate hike has happened today. And if we observe the initial commentary from the Reserve Bank governor, his commentary, uh, they foresee the inflation can be controllable in India, and there are some other factors. Monsoon has to be play well, and also the crude oil is the main key for the inflation. But overall, it is a positive move we need to see because inflation is the priority for all the central bankers across the globe.
Yeah.
But going ahead, markets can behave in a range bound mode, especially the Indian markets. The global cues has to support, and a lot of money has been withdrawn from Indian markets and also from different emerging markets. But
Absolutely.
when we interact with the long only portfolio managers want to invest in India, they are much more excited with the prospects and growth prospects of India when compared to investors who are there in India. So, by and large, the majority of the money is going to come back to India once we prove our growth and also things improve in India.
Okay, understood that. But the markets have actually extended their losing run for the fourth straight day today. As far as the Sensex is concerned, we saw a 200-point cut. The Nifty also slipped below the 16,400 mark today. Of course, the volatility has been a major concern so far in the last 2 or 3 odd weeks. Will that at least get out of the way now that we have a clear direction of as to how the RBI will move? Most of the information has already been discounted by the markets, as we were discussing earlier also, that the markets believe that the RBI will continue to raise rates in going forward from here. How do you anticipate the market direction now?
The market direction, Sakshi, in the next couple of weeks, it would be range bound until
Okay.
unless some strong global cues or FII participation is very important for the market. And also some kind of announcements are due from the government. Those kind of things, reforms announcements, can make the market to bring back again into the bullish mode for a period of time. Overall, markets are positioned to be range bound next couple of weeks. So, if there is an opportunity uh, in the Indian market, definitely there is an opportunity. One can be stock specific, and
Yeah.
they can start accumulating during this volatility.
Absolutely. Also wanted to ask you, we saw a whole host of stocks really reacting positively post the RBI policy. Say, for example, realty stocks, they jumped by 1.9% odd. The IT stocks also raised in turn. Pharma stocks were up as well. The auto stocks were up. So both the defensives as well as the rate sensitive stocks have actually ended in the positive terrain. Most of the banks, including the PSU banks, also ended in the positive terrain. Your thoughts here as to how should investors really look at which sectors should one be invested in now post the policy?
Before the policy direction only, actually, most of these stocks went into a consolidation phase. So post the announcement of the MPC outcome, these stocks went into a positive territory for some amount of time. So we need to see it should be stock specific, and we need to look into the how much of the impact each and individual stocks are going to be. It's a broad based thing we need to look into. Overall, investors has to be very keen and very much specific in terms of their stock selection at this juncture in Indian markets.
Yeah, absolutely. Apart from this, any suggestion for investors who are looking at opportunities in the broader market space? Today, we have seen both the mid caps and the small caps really end lower by about 0.3 to 0.4% odd. And in this kind of a volatility over the last few sessions, the broader markets have actually felt a bigger beating right there. Any opportunities at these beaten down prices in the broader markets?
Sakshi, we need to wait a couple of days' time how the
Mm.
market takes a direction because post the announcement of the MPC RBS governor's press conference, market given a went into a positive direction and end of the trading session, they just given up the gains. So how the global cues and also next couple of days market action is very much important.
Yeah.
Uh, Gauge exactly to be the space for the investors.
Okay, understood that. Also, some specific stocks that I wanted to discuss with you. So today we have actually seen a whole host of stocks really react positively, including, Titan has come back in favor after that 4% sharp move on the downside. Dr. Reddy's has also come back up and bounced back in trade today. We've also seen some move on the Bajaj Finance stock today. One of the top gainers right there. SBI has come back into flavor, 1.5% uptick. Tata Steel metals have been going strong, so Tata Steel still up 1.7%. Any of these stocks that you are bullish on currently?
Definitely, Sakshi, the names like Titan, uh,
Mm.
the farm portfolio investors, they are quite bullish with respect to Indian consumer story as a overall story of India. That is the big theme that's going to emerge. So, and they want to look for the quality ones in this theme. So, Titan qualifies for this the consumption story in India. That's why they're kind of a cherry picking some kind of investment value buying is happening in the stocks. What you discussed today.
Okay, understood that. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Batini, for sharing with us all your thoughts on the markets and the direction that they will take going forward after the RBI policy and how should investors really approach the markets as well. Thanks a lot for speaking with us.
Thank you, Sakshi.
Thank you, sir. Let's do Hindi also. Just.
There are mid cap stocks actually like HOE